Essendon 12.84 to Port Adelaide 6.8.44. 40 points the difference in favour of the Bombers.
Carey steaming across the half-back line to Neil Daniher. Short pass from him. Finds Gary Folds, who's been a very impressive player tonight. Max Crowe taking it in front of his opposite number 31, Sorrell. Max Crowe on the right half-forward flank for the Bombers. Did a lot of the ruck work last Saturday when Simon Madden was forced to leave the field, and has played fairly well tonight. There's Carman, Merritt and Hoffner. Merritt was behind his opponent and comes out with the ball, gets it to Hawker, but the hand pass wasn't a particularly good one. Giles for Port Adelaide should be able to clear the ball. Beautiful kick from Giles. Back towards the flank it goes, and making position out there well to take the mark was Folds. It is again. Terry Daniher, half forward, off he goes. Runs into goal from 35 metres out. Looks okay from here. He's put it through for another one, and that's his 5th goal. Terry Daniher, a superb job at full forward tonight, taking Essendon along to 13 goals, 12, 90 points. Port Adelaide 6.8.44.
Well, Daniher moving up the ground a little bit now. Whether or not he's still at full forward or up on the ball, I think you might find that Terry Daniher is now having a run on the ball. Maybe to run him into a little bit of fitness. I don't think he played all of the practice games, and he's certainly put in a good performance tonight. It was surprising, as we've said a couple of times, that Hamill had been left on him, but nonetheless, Daniher has been the focal point, and even though he's on the ball now, still a great player with 5 goals.
15 minutes into the final quarter. Port Adelaide get the ball towards half forward. Crowe almost threw that out to Basenko. Basenko in turn to Nagel. Nagel on towards Bahaja. The Bombers moving the ball well now. Bahaja up towards the half-forward line again. Bennett comes out. Hamill's there for Port Adelaide, but it's going to be a free kick to Port Adelaide. Umpire says in the back, and to take the free kick for Port will be Bradmore. Bradmore taking the free.
And it's out towards the wing position on the edge of the square, and an easy mark taken there by Reid. He's off like a flash. Shoots the ball down to that half-forward line. It's Carman there on his own. And Carman would be about 35 metres out from goal on a slight angle. Could easily kick this one. Carman, oh, fabulous in top form, would boot it through without any worry at all. There's the kick by Carman. It's a high kick as it will go through. I think it may be a goal. No, 1 point. So it's 13-13-91 Essendon to Port Adelaide 6.8.44, and the Bombers doing it pretty easy at the moment. We're at the 16.5-minute mark. Ball back into play. The back there is Torb, and he's got the grab. Too good for Nat that time. That was Chris Nat in front. Nagel off the ground. He's played very well indeed. Foreman on in his place. So the kick by Torbert is into the goal square. Flying high was Merritt. Got his hand. Carman's got it there. He's grabbed. They fall over there. Now they're falling over like 9 pins as the ball finally comes out there to the pocket. Hand pass coming back there towards Bennett. Oh, he was grabbed, didn't have the ball. He'll get a free kick for sure. A free kick to Bennett in the forward pocket position. He's only about 15 metres out from goal, but on a pretty acute angle. You can see the boundary line there in the background. There's the distance. But at least he's on the right side for a right footer. And, of course, going for Essendon's 14th goal at the 17.5-minute mark of this last quarter. He's played some pretty good games for the Bombers since transferring from Hawthorn. That's not a bad kick, but it veered off at the last moment and through for 1 point. So they go to 13-14-92 to Port Adelaide 6.8.44. There's not much life left in the Port Adelaide side at the moment, Bob.
No, the tackling and the effort that they've put in so far is, well, it's taken their toll, and with players like Phillips out of the side, they're really well down.
Ball back there towards Foreman. Too strong that time for Clifford, and takes a good mark there. A quick hand pass over to Bennett going by. Oh, that's a bad kick, and an easy one dropped by Porplicia that time, and the umpire's going to ball it up. No, it's Nat, I should say. Finally a chance for him to get clear. A hand pass coming out wide now. Bennett once again in the way. Back it goes there towards the full. Eckerman misses it. Nat can't pick it up. Little Bahajar goes in. Nat still battling pretty hard as the ball goes. Oh, there's nearly a free kick to Hoffner over there, but the umpire says plain as we see Bahajar get it. Down there in the forward pocket position, picked up by Bradmore, driven right across the goals. Punched back again, that time by Crowe, looking there for Reid. And that's Kinnear still battling pretty hard for Port Adelaide. The kick falls a bit short. Crowe calling Terry Daniher to come and pick it up. Daniher's got plenty of time to go for a pass, and once again it's Bennett taking the ball. He'd be about, what, 30 metres out from goal. It's not a very deep angle this time, and he goes for a short pass. Bahajar tries to pick it up on the first hop, but he breaks. Beers in a bit of trouble now as they collar him. It'll be holding the ball against him.
Well, he had to beat about 4 players.
You've got to dig him out the ground to get him up.
Bradmore with the free kick for Port Adelaide from the back pocket, gets around towards the flank. Cunningham's there, taking the mark in front of Clark. Port Adelaide very disappointing in the final quarter. Talbot in front. He's at centre wing and decides to play on. Neil Daniher takes the hand pass. Long kick by Neil Daniher up towards full forward. Mark dropped by Nat. Port Adelaide making plenty of mistakes at the moment, and they're well behind. Belton taps it out, but Gary Folds intercepts well to Hawker. Hawker at right half forward flank, runs into goals, fires and puts it through for another one to the Bombers.
I love the morning when it's clean and crisp, clear as a dropout dew. And then the sun takes pride of place, shining on those golden flakes. Kellogg's corn, those golden flakes. Because it's our morning at Kellogg's corn, and Kellogg's corn, those golden flakes.
All quiet on the Western Front, now in a magnificent second version made especially for television. Hailed as the most significant and powerful anti-war story ever written. The story of a generation of men destroyed in an endless war. All quiet on the Western Front. The story of a German soldier, 8:30 this Friday night. Ivan's movie classic on 7.
Just on the 21-minute mark, to the Bombers 14-14-98 to Port Adelaide 6-8-44.
And the ball passed out from Folds to Hawker again. He's at centre field. Goes for the long boot. Down towards Big Merritt from behind. He's got that mark. I don't think the umpire will take that one off him. He had a disputed one earlier in the quarter, which he lost to a Port Adelaide opponent. This time coming from behind again, and has been paid the mark. Carman making the lead. Has been ignored. Merritt will go back for the kick. He's a fair way out from goal, as you can see. He's right on the centre square line. Be about 50 metres out. Let's see what sort of a kick Big Merritt can come up with. Going for Essendon's 15th goal. Ball on its way. Slightly off cue. Carman, the high flyer, out of bounds. The throw in to take place just next to the behind post. 21.5 minutes have gone in the final quarter of this Escort Championships match from VFL Park. The Bombers look pretty well certain to advance to the next round. A good display tonight, with the opposition not as tough as I would have expected. Burdett spins out of the pack with the ball, past Bradmore. Once again a throw in about 5 metres from the behind post on the other side of the goals.
Just on the 22-minute mark of this last quarter. And of course the Bombers doing it well. Nat and Merritt to go for the knock. At the back there is Carman. Tries to grab that one out. It's finally forced out that time by Hawker. And the umpire said a penalty free kick to go down there to Hoffner. A point. It must have been forced through for 1 point. So it's 14-15-99 Essendon to Port Adelaide 6-8-44. The ball back into play again. Crow goes for the punch, but it'll be a free kick there to Sorrell.
Talbot.
No, I think Sorrell's taking the free kick there at the centre half back position. I reckon he got one on the back.
Well, so did Talbot.
Short pass. Cross there to Kinnear. Clark met him, but he's already got the grab there. Oh, he's pushed him in the face. Could lose it, but the umpire said it's okay. Short pass out there to Ebert. He's been a pretty quiet player too, Bob.
Hasn't been the Ebert that we know of as 4 Magarey medal winners, that's for sure.
Ball pushed out there now, and the Essendon defence backing up and not allowing these forwards to get clear at all of Port Adelaide's, and it'll be a ball up about 25 metres out from the Port Adelaide goal. But they've got them well smothered at the moment, this strong Essendon defence. Punched out by Talbot. Ball finally forced out by Clark. Umpire said that it'll be a ball up again in the forward pocket, or down towards the forward pocket. At least it's a little closer to the Port Adelaide goal. It'll be Talbot against Johnson. Talbot got the tap down. Going over to Daniher, intercepted by Cunningham. The kick is smothered back towards the forward pocket again. Picked up on the line by Clark. He's had a very good quarter, this one. Goes for a short pass. It's a good one, and finds Foreman in position at half back. They're doing as they like at the moment. Punched away by Hawker. Well played. Burdett picks it up nice. Another hand pass coming out there to Fowles. Just about the best play on the ground, I would say. Merritt couldn't hold the mark. And finally, it's a chance now for Port Adelaide to get the ball clear back towards the centre of the ground. Finally, Reid gets a hand pass, then loses it. They're all fumbling at the moment. Belton's there, gets a hand pass out wide. And Giles actually ducked his head that time. I think he may get a free kick. No, he's taking it off him for holding the ball. Well, if you duck your head, I suppose you're entitled. That short pass by Reid and a good mark there in position by Hawker. About 45 metres out from goal. Getting it up there towards the big fella. In front, down they go, left and right. Finally, we see Burdett trying to get it out to Merritt. He gets it out finally. A hand pass to Fowles, a snap for goal, but Fowles is off target, and it's through for another point.
The permissiveness that shocked us back in the swinging 60s goes almost unnoticed these days. 20 years on, the Herald looks at how the sexual revolution has shaped our lives today. Son of Sam, New York's notorious mass murderer, is now safely behind bars. But is there more than one Son of Sam? Bob McDonnell reports from New York this week in the Herald. And don't forget the name game. Your chance to win thousands of dollars plus a Commodore 4SL. Whatever happens, you need the Herald. Take it home today.
Switch your phone to ISD and dial the world direct.
I have my phone switched to ISD, so when I call my family in Italy, it's so quick and easy. I just dial them direct.
The switch over is free.
Pronto? Mamma! Come stai,
Switch your phone to ISD. Cheapest way to phone overseas. See the ISD page at the front of your phone book.
The switch over to ISD is free.
25 and a half minutes gone. It's in the Essendon scoring zone.
Well, Carman ran into his own teammate down there. Eckerman comes in. Chance for the big ruckman to put it through, and that's Merritt. And he's popped it through. Merritt bringing up his first goal in the time-on period of the final quarter, and Essendon go further ahead. Escort scoreboard now showing the Bombers 15-17. That's a total of 107 points to Port Adelaide 6-8-44.
Well, I'm laughing there, Peter, at Tony Bahagia going up to Phil Carman and saying sorry about that. Carman colliding with Bahagia, but as the result, the loose ball came out and quickly picked up by Merritt, who's a player who is quickly improving. He's going from strength to strength and being a surprising player that Essendon can use on and off the interchange bench or in the key positions.
Well, he did very well when he came on to replace Simon Madden last week in the ruck. Madden leaving the field, and he did a fairly good job, I thought, in the ruck. That's Pasenko. Wild hand pass over the top. Goes to a Port Adelaide player in Johnston, who tried to get it to Paul Pleasure. Not successful. Burdett comes in for Essendon. Torbert's on the bottom of the pack. Play on. Burdett again. Clifford picks it up well. Tries the long kick down towards full forward, looking for Evans, and Evans takes the mark in the pocket, 35 metres out from goal, a chance for his third. Tim Evans, the former Geelong player, who last year in Adelaide kicked, I think it was around about 146 goals to create an SAFL record. That has been very well held tonight by the Essendon defence. Evans shoots for goal. Kick looks all right from here. Goal umpire says 4 points, and Evans bringing up goal number 3. Well, a badly needed one to add some respectability to the Port Adelaide scoreboard. 7-8-50, but they trailed by 57 points.
Well, they're not very impressive tonight, Port Adelaide, Bob, just the same. And I was talking to one of the good judges over there, Ken Cunningham. He said they'll come back full of fight tonight. They've certainly disappointed me on their fight back.
Well, they've been extremely disappointing, Lou. They did impress early with their tackling, but when you're playing a small man like Boyd at centre-half forward, and they were forced to do that because they tried the old trick of the ruckman changing at centre-half forward, and it's just not on. It's one of the hardest positions on the ground to fill, and you cannot expect players to come off the ball and fill it, when they're tired.
Foreman caught with the ball. Free kick going Port Adelaide's way. Bradmore comes in for the kick. Hoffner it is, rather. Down towards half forward. Up goes Carey with the big punch. Tries to get it out wide of the pack. Driven out of the pack by Port Adelaide's Paul Pleasure. Down towards full forward. Can they get another goal here? Agius has a snapshot for goal. It's rolling off target. One behind.
1 point to Port Adelaide. They go to 7-9-51 to Essendon 15-17, 107. 28 and a half minutes gone just about in this last quarter. Scanlon goes for a short pass. It'll be okay. It'll bounce right for Pasenko. Goes for a hand pass back to Fowles. Try to kick it off the ground on the soccer fashion that time, but he's clear now. Goes for a short pass off the top of the pack. There's a go now for Hoffner to get the ball and set it back over the half-forward line. But once again, it's Bennett, who's had a great last quarter for Essendon. Out to Bahajar, too long, but there's plenty of bombers here as Burdett swoops on the ball. A hand pass to Terry Daniher, and they go back into attack again, looking there for big Merritt. Couldn't mark that one. It's coming down to Carmen. He's got a chance. He'll balk, he'll snap for goal, but it's off target, and it's out of bounds on the full. Penalty free kick to go to Bradmore down there. 29 minutes gone. 107 points, Essendon to Port Adelaide 51. Out it goes to Cunningham now, out there at half-back. Hand pass over to Belton. Should give a hand pass to Sorelli, does. Sorrell's out there on that wing position. A long kick over the half-forward line. And Porplicia comes out, fumbles the ball, couldn't hold the mark. Picked up by Bazanko again. A sidestep back there to Clark, taps it on nicely. And they're doing as they like as Neil Daniher finally gets the ball back towards his brother Terry. Terry back again, and there we see Foreman drive the ball, but not a good kick. And finally it's picked up by Eckerman of Port Adelaide. Out wide to Belton, but it's to no avail. They're not making much progress at all, Port Adelaide. He goes for a short pass to Hoffner at centre field, and he should go for the long kick looking for Evans down there. That's what he's done. Evans at the back posse. He's got a chance to mark. He's got it.
Oh, good mark.
That's what they should have been doing all night. 3 goals to Evans, and going for goal number 4 and goal number 8 for Port Adelaide at the 30-minute mark of this last quarter. He's only about 12 metres out from goal, directly in front just about. Fires. What's the umpire say? It'll be a goal.
I think they've been trying to kick it long to Evans and Co all night, Lou, but unfortunately they haven't been winning the ball often enough to be able to do what they have been instructed. They were obviously instructed to kick long and direct, and they opened up that way. But as the nights progressed, they just haven't had enough possession of the ball, and when they have had possession, it's been under pressure, so they haven't been able to kick it anywhere near as long as they could.
Well, perhaps too, they're tired. That doesn't help much. 15-17, 107 Essendon to Port Adelaide, 8-9, 57.
30.5 minutes gone. Burdett to Johnston. Ebert tries to get it out of the pack, but it's going to be a free kick to Port Adelaide. And it's going to be taken by Big Johnston right at centre field. Oh, mammoth kick. Long torpedo punt kick up towards full forward. Evans again from behind. Here's a chance for Agius now, just about in the square. Snaps for goal and off target. Siren time, and that will be the final score. Essendon defeating Port Adelaide 15-17, 107 to Port Adelaide 8-10, 58.